Good day. Welcome to our evening news bulletin. I am Jenny from Tuku. The headlines. Chi-Town Council bows down to residents' pressure. Dream come true for author Marjorie Chicol. Local gospel artists in Maranatha Awards hunt. Yokai Mandili Matapo in spectacular musical comeback. In our lead story, the crisis turned Chitungwiza municipality today yielded to pressure from residents and allowed them to be observers in controversial interviews for the post of Chamber Secretary. The critical post has been vacant for nearly 3 years following the resignation of Charity Maunga in 2018. Recently, the interviews failed to take place amid an uproar over the inclusion of 2 candidates who had been previously fired. The pair are former Chitungwiza and Mtare Chamber Secretaries Priscilla Vengesai and Cephas Wuta, respectively. Residents leader Marvelous Kumalo had this to say.
As the residents and other stakeholders in Chitungwiza, we are gravely concerned on the process that council is taking of interviewing candidates for the chamber secretary's post. Our concern raises from the matter that some of the candidates are people with a questionable reputation. For instance, among the candidates we have Dr. Priscilla Vengesai, who was in 2017 or 2018 thereabout dismissed by the same local authority for issues around incompetency and abuse of office. So now the shortlisting of such a person raises a lot of eyebrows. We also have among the same shortlisted candidates someone, Mr. Vuta, Mr. Cephas Vuta, who was dismissed from Mutare City Council for again some issues around a questionable reputation and abuse of office. So we wonder what has changed in the circumstances that led to the dismissal of those people, either from Chitungwiza municipality or Mr. Vuta from city of Mutare. And what becomes of importance is the question that is Chitungwiza a recycling bin for those who have been dismissed elsewhere, and surely we need the authorities to be accountable. We need them to be clear in terms of what they are doing. Thank you so much.
Chitungwiza Mayor Love Momayeko confirmed the latest developments to our news crew.
Today, the 5th of May, we are having the interviews of the Chamber Secretary of Chitungwiza Municipality. In carrying out this exercise or this process, we have also invited stakeholders of Chitungwiza to be part and parcel of this exercise as observers in our quest to ensure that everything that we do as a local authority, we uphold the principles of transparency and being accountable to our stakeholders.
Meanwhile, residents have also queried the delay in resolving the town clerk saga following the suspension of George Makunde 2 years ago. Apart from the litigation process that is gobbling thousands of dollars in ratepayers' money, it is another dream come true for United Methodist pastor Dr. Marjorie Chicol, who is launching a book, Limitless, the Power of Using Totality of Possibilities, in Harare tomorrow. First Lady Auxilia Mnangagwa is lined up as the guest of honor. Now, a hold of 3 master's degree and a doctorate, Chicore's testimony in the academics began when she failed the O-levels. only getting a pass in Shona.
I want to talk even to Mrs. Mnangagwa, the First Lady, about my dream.
Now to entertainment. Following the release of a trending country gospel track entitled I Appreciate You, Good Times beckon for United Kingdom gospel songbird Collette Manny. Popular as Minister Gogo, she has also joined other locals who include gospel great Minister Michael Mayedele, Leti Chawira, Jennifer Maneni, and Jefferson Muserera as nominees for this year's Maranatha Gospel Awards.
Country music. When you start serving God, He directs you at every path. We hear that in Acts that Paul was advised to go to Damascus, and there he was going to be instructed what next to do. So I didn't exactly choose to go country music, but that's how the Lord is leading me. So yeah, I'm so grateful and honored that I can express God's love in country music as well.
In one of the greatest comebacks in the local music industry, another UK-based gospel musician, Yokai is riding with a new album, Namato, which she released after a 20-year break from music.
Things have really changed since I was in the music industry 20 years ago. First of all, when I released my album, we had cassettes back then, whereby the music was played on cassettes and everything else, but now they don't exist anymore. And the other thing, obviously now we are facing the challenge of dealing with this pandemic. So we can't physically go out there and meet people. And you can't interact with people as much as you'd love to. But we thank God that now the changes that are there, we're using social media now. And, there's technology, advanced technology, like now I'm having this conversation with you, how you're in Zimbabwe and I'm here in the UK. And we thank God for that. And obviously there's the challenge, the other big challenge is the financial constraints that comes with it. But I believe that God provides. Where there's a will, there's a way, and God provides. And I don't call them challenges. I call them learning, experiences whereby you learn from them. And like you said, how did you overcome? It's just through the grace of God.
Back to the headlines. Cheetown Council bows down to residents' pressure. Dream come true for author Marjorie Chicol. Local gospel artists in Maranatha Awards hunt. Yokai in spectacular musical comeback.